Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I'm Eric.
And I'm Alice.
And today's edition of Tea Time with Kutcher Travels, again, we are missing our tea. But don't worry, folks. On our very next episode, we'll be back at our regular location, and we will have our teas in hand.
Thank God.
So,
hey, all the coffee drinkers out there will probably know what I mean. If they had to go without coffee for a few days, I've been going without tea for a few days. So yeah. I'm sure the coffee drinkers and tea drinkers out there, sympathize with me. They feel my pain.
Absolutely. So this is part 2 of our 3-part road tripping series. If you joined us last time, we talked about our initial trip down and how we ended up with a nice sized nail in our visit to New Jersey, and also how we visited Jamestown and Colonial Williamsburg and Ripley's Believe It or Not. Well, this section we are going to talk about the second part of our trip, which was getting down to and staying in Orlando, Florida.
Yep. So we've spent the last few days, we resort hop. So we spent a few days over at Bonnet Creek.
Yeah.
Club Wyndham. A lot of people I know, a lot of my clients love Bonnet Creek, and I can understand why. The 3 pictures being on the screen right now, the middle one was actually a sunset shot I took from our balcony. It was amazing. There's no filters on that. That's just a classic photo there. The one below it was on the other, as we were walking around the lake.
Mm-hmm.
We were able to get some great shots of the different areas they had for you to sit down and take a break at.
Yep. And then the one on the top, we are actually able to see Harmonious from Epcot. So the fireworks right from our balcony when staying at Club Wyndham Bonnet Creek, which is a very neat experience.
Yeah, not all the rooms, but that was something that they had done for us. They had upgraded us to a fireworks view room. Now you can see the fireworks of Harmonious, not obviously the light show portion of it.
Mm-hmm. But it is something that even if you were not able to be in one of those rooms in particular, you could actually go outside, walk over, and
sit in one of those
swings and be able to enjoy the fireworks at 9 o'clock.
It was great. The kids actually were timing it, so they would actually go out onto the balcony, or one of the bedrooms actually were facing that side as well. They had a window facing there, so our son was actually laying in bed watching the fireworks, and then he'd roll over and go to sleep. Yeah. So it was perfect.
Absolutely. Now, when staying at Bonnet Creek, there were a ton of different amenities that were on site. So some of those included the pools, which had a couple of them had water slides.
Yeah, there was 2 or 3 water slides, 2 lazy rivers,
5 total pools. Then on the bottom left corner is miniature golf, which you could do an entire 18 holes for free.
Yeah.
And then in the bottom right corner, those chairs that are lined up, that's actually an amphitheater where they would have either like someone from Gatorland came by one day and was teaching about alligators, and then on one of the nights they had a comedy show for family-friendly comedy show.
Weather
permitting, obviously, but still that was a nice addition to be able to just hang out at the resort, which is what we did honestly for most of those 5 days there. This was definitely enough stuff to keep us busy.
Plus, you're on the outskirts of Disney property, so we were literally maybe 10 minutes from Disney Springs. So we had dinner there a couple of times. Our room had a full kitchen, so we were able to cook there as well, and have groceries delivered So if somebody's staying there and they don't have a car, Amazon will deliver there. Amazon Fresh.
Yep, and they do same-day delivery.
Yep, 2-hour delivery.
Yep. So from Bonnet Creek, where we stayed at for 5 nights, we then went over to Saratoga Springs, which is
where we are now.
And I'm going to be heading off. We unfortunately do need to check out of Orlando area in a little bit, but
it is what it is. It would be called a vacation if you could live here.
Exactly. So, but on the next photo collage we have up are some of the things that we've done while at Saratoga Springs. So,
obviously, the picture on the bottom there, that's a shot of our outside of our building. Saratoga Springs is spread out. So we currently are in the carousel. They have the paddock. Everything's set up to be like the old Saratoga Springs. Pictures around here of horse racing, all that fun stuff.
And then on the left side of the photo is a photo from our visit to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, which we did on Tuesday night. Had a great time there. And then the top right picture is a photo from the return of the Hoop-de-Doo review, which is still a ton of fun. They did do some minor changes.
Yeah, the menu got tweaked a little bit. So that wasn't really that different. They added coleslaw to it.
Still have the strawberry shortcake.
The strawberry shortcake came out different. Instead of it being like layered with strawberries, there was just a little strawberry puree at the bottom. The pound cake was more like a small cake with a little dollop of whipped cream and 1 strawberry on top. So it was missing a lot of the strawberries.
Yeah. Well, the other thing that was missing from it was when we used to go to Hoop-de-Doo and they would come out with the buckets and slam the buckets onto your plate.
They did it a little different this time.
Yeah, it was more of being served family style at any Disney restaurant.
But it was still fun. And then they didn't have any vegetables last night during the meal. Yeah. They had they had salads, they had coleslaw, you had your fried chicken, your ribs, your mashed potatoes, your baked beans, cornbread, butter, my mac and cheese.
Yeah.
I think that covered everything. Mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
So it was a great thing. And then all the drinks that were included. So you had your soda products, your water,
wine.
Yeah, red or white wine, sangria, red or white.
And beer.
So
all included, and also included was gratuity. So
and the show had a couple little tweaks to it here and there. Nothing that unless you had gone multiple times and really knew the show inside out, you wouldn't have noticed really.
Yeah.
So, but
they still had some very good jokes over there.
I don't know. I think that one everyone had to grin and bear it.
But
some good puns.
Yes. And they still celebrate. If you have a birthday, let them know. If you're celebrating an anniversary, let them know. If you're
honeymoon, and then they had a couple couples last night that had just gotten engaged in the last week or so.
Yeah. So that was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
and
kids enjoyed it.
Absolutely. So
it's something we highly recommend. I know it's a dinner show, so it's going to cost a little bit more than any of the table sit-down meals or table service or character meals, but it's not just the meal, it's the entertainment. So, and it's an experience. Before COVID shut down and the show had to be paused, it was one of the longest running dinner shows around. So, and right now it's currently the only dinner show at Disney property.
Correct. Now, a couple of things that we've noticed while going through Disney World. One of the things was the extended hours for certain resort guests. You need to be a certain category to be able to take advantage of it. And we experienced it both at Epcot and, at Magic Kingdom. And with those, it is unbelievably short wait times.
Yep. So if you've gone to the Not So Scary Halloween party in the past, and you know how some of those nights by 11 o'clock, you're walking onto like Space Mountain, you're walking on to Seven Dwarfs, or you're waiting 10, 15 minutes for them. This Halloween party that we went to, it was sold out. So it was busier than some of the ones we've been to in the past. But considering it was the second one and they haven't had it in a couple of years, it was to be expected that it was busy.
Yeah.
Now, the extended hours, when we went to Magic Kingdom the next night, so the night after the Halloween party, the extended hours were from 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. And by midnight,
we went on Pirates of the Caribbean, and we were the only ones on the boat. Mm-hmm. And when they say 5-minute waits, I don't even think it took 5 minutes to walk up to that ride. And a lot of the rides that were there were the exact same way. So obviously, Peter Pan was still about 20 minutes.
No, not toward like 11:30. It was like 10 minutes of that.
Yeah.
Because Peter Pan, everybody loves it. It's a classic. But at that point, a lot of kids had already gone home. So it was just the adults, the diehards that were trying to take advantage of that extra hours.
Yeah.
So like we said, it's certain room categories or room types, I should say, at certain hotels.
So definitely reach out to us and we'll let you know whether you're staying in a category room that will be able to take advantage.
Or if it's something that you want to take advantage of, we can make sure that anyone that has a package with us already, we can help you get into the kind of category that you need to be in to take advantage of those, 3+ hours where you have that advantage to being like one of the few in the parks.
Yeah. That's pretty much where we are right now. On our next episode, we will be doing it again from our home. It'll be focusing on our return trip, which we're going to Atlanta, we're going to Nashville, we're making a couple other stops along the way. So be sure to check it out on Wednesday night.
We'll give you guys some highlights of that. In the meantime, if you're on Facebook, don't forget to follow us on Facebook. You'll see some pictures, some little other videos that we've done while we were down here on there.
Definitely like and follow our page, which is at Kutcher Travels on Facebook. And you can reach out to us by email as well for more information at either alice@kutchertravels.com or myself, eric@kutchertravels.com. And we want to thank you again for joining us today and have a wonderful day and weekend.
All right. Take care, everyone.